17.7 million American women have been the victim of rape or attempted rape. This number is shockingly large, yet not many of us are willing to be open and talk about our experiences. This is completely understandable, as each person's experience is different. Rape is a violent act that is humiliating, disrespectful, and embarrassing. For years, I thought it was my fault because I was bad. I somehow brought this pain to me. I deserved it. I did something. I've gotten to a point where I can still feel the pain, but I can function and I can see that I'm a good person. I can see that I didn't bring this on myself. It wasn't my fault. I suffer from PTSD. I still have flashbacks. Some people, they just don't get it. The sound of a train whistle can wake me from my sleep. I'll start shaking, sweating, and hyperventilating. I can walk into a room that has gray paneling or light blue paint, and suddenly I feel like the wind was knocked out of me. I can't breathe. My heart races and feels like it's trying to flee my body. The simple sight of a specific canned beverage can cause me to feel. It can cause me to feel him. With my face in the dirt and his putrid breath stinging my flesh. My mind wants to escape this plane of existence, this reality, this life. Sometimes the thought of death feels more tolerable, more desirable, more calming than the pain inside me from my past. No one understands this pain. My pain. Because it is my pain, my reality. I cannot stress how much it hurts when I have a friend try to console me by saying, "Just get over it. It was a long time ago." Yeah, it was a long time ago, but I'll never get over it. What was taken from me is gone forever. My pride, my sense of worth, my ability to walk down a street unafraid, it's all gone. I'm not sure if it's something anyone can ever just get over. Sexual assault is a loss of innocence. There is a grief, a hole that can never be filled. I've had friends say, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." Okay, sure. And maybe it gives you insomnia, distrust in people, uneasiness around the opposite sex, nightmares, cold sweats, eating disorders, tearful. You get the idea. One of my all-time favorite comments is, "That's men for you. Men just can't control themselves." I know some fantastic guys that hold doors open for women, that ask how I'm feeling and they genuinely care about what I say. There are men out there that have good hearts and would never, ever consider lifting a hand to a woman or violating her in such a horrific manner. All men do not rape. All men do not force themselves on women. All men are not the same. What about get over it? It was just sex. Any survivors ever hear that? Yeah, I have too. A lot. And it wasn't just sex. It was a violation of trust. It was non-consensual. It was violent. It was brutal. It was humiliating. Sex can be wonderful when it's consensual. Questions should be asked like, "Do you like it when I do this? Does that feel good? May I kiss you here?" If the response is, "Please stop. No, I don't like that. I'm not sure. I'm not ready. I don't know." None of those mean yes. The only word that gives consent is the word yes. 9 out of every 10 rape victims are female. Out of the women who have been victims of rape or attempted rape, 17.7% were white, 18.8% were black, 6.8% were Asian Pacific Islander, and 34.1% were Native American or Alaskan Native. These are our sisters, our friends, our mothers, our aunts, grandmothers, cousins, and daughters. This needs to stop. Friends try to be supportive, but saying things like it was just sex. It was a long time ago. Get over it. Well, those words hurt. They're not helpful at all. I get that no two people handle the stress of rape the same way. What hurts me may not hurt another. What I'm okay with might crush another person. We all respond differently to the crime. I carry scars on my wrist from attempted suicide. I have friends that battle addictions that have tried to heal themselves with alcohol or drugs. I became flirtatious and promiscuous after my assault because I wanted to prove to myself that I had or have control over my body. I battled with eating disorders almost my entire adult life. In my 20s, I was hospitalized twice for bulimia and anorexia. By the time I hit my 30s, I weighed over 350 pounds because I wanted to make myself so revolting that no man would ever hurt me again. What do you say or do if you have a friend that comes to you and tells you they've been sexually assaulted? First, you should encourage them to go to the hospital to be examined for STDs. If you can be physically there with them, do so because the experience is completely terrifying. Listen to your friend. They may need to talk about it over and over and over. They need to process what happened. Don't ask questions or pass judgment. Things like, well, why didn't you scream or fight? Only adds to the sense of guilt. Everyone, whether male or female, handles rape differently. Until you're faced with that fear, it is so hard to comprehend how a man or a woman can become literally paralyzed and not a sound can escape from their lips no matter how hard they try to scream. There are things you can say. Things like, it's not your fault. Be prepared to say that a lot. It was not your fault. I'm on your side. I have your back. I'm here. Most importantly, tell him or her, I believe you. I believe you. That is so important. It was extremely difficult for me to take steps on my own to heal. If your friend is having a difficult time, offer to go with them to a support group meeting or to a counselor. Let your friend make decisions on their own. Don't be a take charge kind of person telling them what they'll do because he or she needs to take the steps of making their own decisions. This is going to help them feel empowered again. And if you've been the victim of sexual assault, know that you're not alone. 1 out of every 6 women and 1 out of every 33 men have been the victim of sexual assault. Never feel guilty that you just can't get over it. It's complicated. It is a complicated experience that's unique for each individual. Never fear asking for help. Maybe you need to talk to a counselor, but no, help also comes in other ways. Don't hesitate to ask a friend to help you with chores or go to the store for you or help you with your kids. There is no shame in asking for help. Asking for help is a sign of strength. Find a way to express your emotions and your feelings. I do this with writing. I have friends that are amazing artists, others that are singer-songwriters, and some that are weightlifters or long-distance runners. There are ways to deal with what happened, ways to work through the pain and to heal, and you'll find a way. You'll find the way that works for you. Know that you are important. Know that you are unique, you are strong, and most of all, remember, it was not your fault.